Hey guys, been a minute. In today's video, me and my friend Caiden are going to be speedrunning Cuphead and seeing who could beat it first. What this means is the first person to beat the devil wins. Although the DLC isn't required, you can still get Miss Chow's and the items from the DLC shop. And one last thing before we begin, Caiden, if you're watching this, huge thanks for playing with me. It was a lot of fun. Without further ado, let's begin.
Start.
Okay,
hold up. Okay, I'm ready to make the new game and you are.
there you go.
Alright. Can we skip?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm skipping the book. Screw that, dude. I'm not doing that.
You're gonna do the tutorial.
I'm doing the tutorial, are you?
Yeah, I'll do it because I need the coin.
I want the coin, so I'm doing it.
As you just saw, there's going to be both POVs in this video. After finishing out the tutorial and getting roundabout, I made my first boss the root pack.
Dinky poopy.
There, we also have to S rank everything.
You have the what? I was about to say what?
Finishing out the root pack, it was time to head on to my second boss, Ribby and Croaks. And from now on, the video is going to get a lot more fast paced. There's 28 bosses and we only have 30 minutes here.
Down. Sorry, it's the ending of that. It's so fire, dude.
Okay, I got the frogs. After losing all my savings on trying to match cherries, I moved on to my first running gun. And around this time, Caiden had already beaten Forest Follies, and now was on the frogs. Which clearly wasn't going to be a problem for him, which meant it was time for both of us to move on to Gouble Le Grand.
Like, it's definitely not the best damage weapon, because that's a charge shot. That's charge. That goes to charge, but I mean, like, it shoots faster than charge, and so it has to have a higher DPS.
That's what I was thinking. At this point, we were basically still on top of each other. Nobody had made any major slip-ups yet. But all of that would change very soon. It's a speedrun, but you have to talk to every single NPC.
You have to talk to every NPC. Most unoptimal speedrun possible.
You want to do some slow runs?
Dude, yeah, let's just do slow percent. Let's just see how slow we can beat the game.
I'm on Hilda right now.
I'm heading to Hilda right now.
At this point we were neck and neck, but I was slightly ahead. But after Hildeberg, things really picked up. I think you were ahead of me until that run again death.
Okay, yeah, but just finished Hilda. Oh, dude, what? We finished like at the exact same time. What?
Oh, man, dude. Moving on to the second running gun of the first Inkwell Isle, we both agreed that taking it slow would be the best approach. Even though neither of us listened to ourselves. This part has got to be my favorite part of the speedrun, because look just how swiftly we were gliding through this section.
One section where you're climbing up the tree, I just popped off. Completely did that so fast.
I'm on this... Durable? Oh, damage boosting?
I don't know. I mean, I could damage boost, honestly.
Oh, I messed up really badly.
Yes, I skipped the bug, dude. Let's go.
That one slip-up would set me back more than you know. Quickly retrying and beating the running gun, I ran over to Caiden Carnation because I wasn't sure if I had enough time to get Miss Chow's and keep pace. That's fair. That's what I would do. I might just skip the island. Honestly, I might have to.
Dude, the D-pad sucks, dude. That's what I use to navigate menus, and it just completely screwed me over there.
Beating Caiden Carnation, I ultimately decided that getting Miss Chalice and Crackshot was very much so worth it. Which in hindsight was a terrible choice, because I was already at a time loss and this was completely optional. But I did it anyway. After talking to King Dice, I decided my first boss would be Baroness von Bon Bon. I've said this before, but how is she alive? Or at least not morbidly obese? Because last time I checked, type 2 diabetes isn't very healthy. Around this time, Caiden had already beaten Beppy the Clown and was now going on to Djimi the Great, which I apparently thought was a good idea, so then I went to Djimi the Great too.
You don't need anything else.
But that takes a lot longer though, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm just doing it. It probably does, but I probably just made a huge mistake, but it's alright. Whatever. We're balling.
You killed it yet?
No. Bro is tanking my shots. Oh no, okay, I just beat him.
Okay, good. I don't even really want you to lose.
Nah, man, I don't want you to lose. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Whoever loses, honestly.
Like honestly, like we're chilling.
I don't really care if I win. It's just fun to do this with you, man.
It really is.
Yeah, man.
After finishing out Jimmy the Great, I decided to go on to the first run and gun.
What if I P ranked it just to be funny?
Yeah, you should. I'm not going. You should.
I'm not doing that.
Quickly finishing out that run and gun, it was time to head on to Wally Walbers. I think it helped a lot that during this entire playthrough, I got myself into a bit of a groove where I could just kind of swiftly move through bosses, taking them out one by one. And Wally Walbers was no exception. And Caiden had even died at the end of his run and gun, having to redo it, which bought me some previously lost time. I think this would be a good time to talk about where I've been for the past year. So as some of you know, I moved across the entire world from Japan all the way back to America, which took a lot of my time. At first the problem was I didn't have a house, then the problem was I didn't have furniture, and then, I don't know, I just didn't really want to do it. I often thought about getting back in the swing of things and it sounded fun to me, but every single time I went to do it, it didn't really fall together, it just didn't really work. And I guess that leads to now where me and my friend Caiden were just kind of talking and we decided, hey, why don't we just do this? Because I mean, he hasn't posted in like a year either, and we just thought this would be a fun challenge. Really just get back into things. All of this is to say, I'm sorry it took me this long to get back, and I hope to get some more videos out soon. Hopefully not in a year.
Dude, literally, that's how it went with me. I played it once for the first time on Switch at, a kid in the neighborhood had it, and we were like playing it outside, oddly enough.
That's funny.
And not even in a house, yeah, we were just playing it outside.
That's so relatable though.
Honestly, yeah. I remember doing weird stuff like that as a kid.
Finishing out Wally Walbers, I moved on to my second mausoleum. Which then meant it was time for Grim Matchstick. Lava really is like unironically really good though.
Unironically one of the best weapons in the game.
I'd say it's better than Charge.
Yeah, no, yeah, it has a higher DPS than Charge, because Charge, you actually have to wait for it to charge up, but...
Charge can be good, I just
No, yeah, Charge is good. I think it is a good gun.
The Lobber is really good for Grim Matchstick. It just overall...
I think Charge is a good gun, but overall I think Lobber is also really good.
I think Lobber really shines in the second and third phase of...
Do we have to get all the coins, like even the...
Yeah, go.
Okay.
I didn't get them all.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, because that's going to be really annoying.
After beating some mythical creatures to death, it was time to go on to the final run and gun of Inkwell Isle 2. Which didn't exactly go to plan, because halfway through the run and gun, this happened.
I'm Grim Matchstick. I'm a
do
giraffe.
Well, that was embarrassing. Minor or not, it was still a time loss I couldn't afford. And after pulling together, I finally beat the run and gun. Which meant it was now time for the final boss of Inkwell Isle 2, Beppy the Clown. Which in hindsight, probably should have been my first boss. But all of that aside, this actually went pretty terrible for me, not gonna lie. I died not once, but twice in this one boss alone. Which was a huge time loss to make up later on. Which meant I really needed the try. So I stopped messing around and finally beat Beppy the Clown and moved on to the third Inkwell Isle. Which now meant I had to beat the crap out of Queen Bee. You know, I've never really found Rumored 100 Bottoms all that hard, to be honest. I mean, when I first started playing the game, I guess it was a little hard, but I guess since I've been playing it for a long time, it really just comes naturally. I don't really know why, but you can kind of just skip the entirety of the third phase, really. I mean, I didn't do it completely here, but, I mean, it was pretty quick. And now we go on to Rugged Ridge. Oh my god. Where do I even begin? I had to retry on this boss like 4 different times, and then I died like twice. So yeah, it really did not go very well for me. Which was honestly really weird, because usually I'm actually pretty good at Rugged Ridge, and this time I don't even know what happened. It was just one thing after another. And after finally beating it on my, like, 5th attempt, I think? I don't even know. On 1 HP, may I add. I finally moved on to the little sewer rat. I'm pretty relaxed, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like, right? I mean, I'm not scared or nothing, but there is some anxiety.
I gotcha.
But it's just like an undertone. It's not really too big of a deal, but it's still there.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's very slight, but you know.
There isn't really much to say about this little dude. I mean, he's not really that hard, to be honest, and he doesn't really take that much time, so there's not really much to say. Although I do kind of like how it's revealed the cat's robotic at the end. I always thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, I mean, it's nothing to scoff at. How many seasons did they get? Like 3?
3, yeah.
That's nothing to scoff at, yeah.
TV shows are really hard to make.
Yeah, man, yeah. Like some shows are like, oh yeah, it ended way too quickly. But I mean, like, sometimes that's all the show needed to do.
Sometimes shows go on for too long. Like, it's nice to have a show that you like, but sometimes they just be going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes it just goes on for way too long. Like shows like South Park. Like, dude, well, Simpsons, like, bro.
Some of those shows just have like certain, I would say, they can just go on forever. I think. I mean, I don't think they'll have the same viewership.
Not forever. I mean, there's no. I mean, well, actually, I mean, they have. They're just like kept the same viewership, like decades, dude. Like, it's crazy.
I don't think any of those shows are bad.
No, yeah, I don't think they're bad. It's just, I just think they're. I don't understand the hype.
Dude, if you could EX after EX, you would totally be able to do a.
Oh, okay. Just finished Perilous Piers with 1 HP. Very scary. And also, I did it with Cuphead. I accidentally forgot to switch, but it's fine.
I'm still beating Briny Beard.
Captain Briny Beard's very easy. He's tanky, slightly. He's kind of tanky, but he gives free parries. Like, such free parries. It's not even funny. I'm gonna do this 3rd Mausoleum.
I beat him. Oh man. Finishing out Briny Beard, it was time to move on to the final run again of this challenge, Perilous Piers. I think it's notable to mention that all throughout Inquisitor 3, I had no idea where Caiden was, so right now, I could actually be ahead of him. Or I could be losing miserably. There's that too. Nevertheless, with this in mind, it's time to head on to the final part of Perilous Piers, which, I hate, with a burning passion. I honestly think this section alone is harder than any single run and gun in the entire game. Just this part. Despite all this, I somehow managed to beat it on my first try, albeit on 1 HP. With that safely out of the way, it was time to move on to the 3rd Mausoleum. Which honestly didn't take up that much time because I never really thought Mausoleums were hard in the first place, but I digress.
Pretty crazy with that.
I didn't know that to get out of the stone for Calamari, you had to do some stupid shit. I thought once you were stoned, you were just dead.
Honestly, I don't know if you heard that controller spamming earlier, but that was me trying to get out of the stone.
I didn't hear it, but it was funny.
It's probably in my mic in the video.
On the topic of easy levels, I always thought that Calamari was honestly not really that hard in my opinion, even when I was first starting out. Which, actually, the 2nd phase is pretty I'm not a huge fan of the 2nd phase. But also apparently the 3rd phase, because I died here for some reason. After finally beating Calamaria, I moved on to Sally's stage play.
He's pretty easy to mess up on, to be honest.
My loving fans that apparently love me are going to be so disappointed in me.
Bro, here's a message to all of them, okay? Here's a message to all your fans. I'm the biggest fan, okay? You're not. I am. Oh, I just completely messed up on the dice. Just completely messed up on the dice. So, you know, that's how it is, I guess.
Stage play is honestly easy.
That's okay, thank God I messed up and got the Tipsy Troop, because Tipsy Troop's still really easy, so...
Did you kill your husband for your battle?
I did not know. I feel like that takes longer.
Probably does. It was at this point it became apparent to me that Taco had a pretty big lead on me, and if I wanted to catch up, I had to make great pace. Which is easier said than done, because at this point, he was at least a few bosses ahead of me, and I had to beat Dr. Call and the Phantom Express just to get to Inkwell Hell. After clearing out Sally's stage play, I quickly ran over to Dr. Call's and sped through him, taking him out on my first try and without even getting a hit. Which now meant I was on pace to catch up before we beat the game. Which now meant it was time to take on a train full of mentally insane and unstable freaks. Most notable of which would be this guy, this little goober looking thing. He looks pretty easy, but honestly, I don't know why. I had a pretty big fight with this dude, and he took me out on a number of occasions. We are officially in the end game. All I have to do now is not mess up. Which, as you can see from how many retries I'm doing here, I was not very good at not messing up. Eventually, I pulled some sense out and finally swapped over to Roundabout, which is what I always use for this fight, but for some reason didn't use the first 2 attempts, which made everything 20 times easier. Now I started gliding through the phases, going by each and every single one of them without really as much as a hit. I actually think this is one of my favorite bosses just because of how unique it is. I mean, you're literally on a train and you have a moving cart, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't think it stumps Djimi the Grid. I think his like 3rd phase, you know, the one where he copies Cuphead, I think that one trumps everything. I think that phase was really cool. But as you can see now, we're finally on the King Dice. But just one small problem. I
already lost.
Yeah, so he actually beat it while I was doing Phantom Express, so none of this actually matters. So you know what? I'm just gonna play clown music for the rest of this fight. Okay, that's enough of that. I think this is actually the most fun Cuphead challenge I've done on my channel, because I didn't have to do it by myself. The entire time we were filming this, we were in a Discord call just talking to each other the entire time. It was honestly one of the most chill and fun experiences I've had in a while. And honestly, that's the entire reason this video was even made. I didn't want to make anything by myself, so when you came to me and said, hey, do you want to do this? I was like, hey, yeah, sure, let's do it, you know? Now, actually, I do plan on uploading more, so don't worry. I do plan on coming back every now and then, you know, every 5 years. All jokes aside, actually, I do plan on making some more videos, but they're pretty much all going to be co-op videos because I don't know. I mean, some of them might be solo, but I'm not a huge fan of solo content. I was a little behind you on that. Just a little bit.
Santa baby, are you really there?
Shut up. Skip his cutscene.
Don't make me fall in love again if you're here. No, don't.
I almost hit yes.
Dude, I know I saw you. I was like, no, no, please, don't do it.
After almost agreeing to join the devil, which isn't allowed, and killing the devil, I ended off with an impressive time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 58 seconds. Which, in case you were wondering, does not beat Taco's time of 1 hour and 4 minutes. Which is proven when you do the very complicated math required to figure out the time difference, and find out I lost by like 20 minutes somehow. Which honestly makes no sense to me because I thought we were pretty close. I knew he was ahead of me, but I didn't know it was by 20 minutes. Probably didn't help that I died a million times, but that's not important. All in all, for my first speedrun, I'd say I actually did pretty good. I didn't win, but you know what? It's okay. I had a lot of fun. And again, huge thanks to Caiden for playing with me, and also, there's more videos coming, I promise. Okay, bye!